Hey, what's good, y'all? This Classic Jones, Under Raps Magazine, Under Raps Uncut. Y'all already know what time it is. Over to the left of me, I got none other than D Da Vinci.
What's up? D Da Vinci in here.
And I also got Minx, Arlington artist, fashion connoisseur, all the above. You feel what I'm saying? So Minx, welcome.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Go ahead and say what's up to the people and let them know a little bit about yourself.
How y'all doing? My name is Minx, M-I-N-X, like a fur coat. It's a pleasure to be here. I am born and raised in Arlington, Texas, so I am a native. I do music, I rap, I sing. I paint a little bit here and there, you know what I'm saying? Just trying to, like a book in the shelf. I'm just trying to find my spot and get in. So, a little bit of me.
For sure. So definitely multifaceted. I want to kind of take it back to like the early stages of your career. Tell me a little bit about your upbringing and how that kind of played a part into the person that you are sitting before us today.
I was blessed, man. I came from a 2-parent home. My mom was the type to be like, hey, come in here and sing that little song, do that little dance. And it was something that I really was good at. It was something that they noticed, like, damn, she really is taking a liking to it. So luckily I had parents that were very supportive. Whatever she wants to do, however she wants to do it, dime doesn't matter, the time doesn't matter. So I wrote my first song when I was 11 years old on those little keyboards that be about yay big.
Yeah.
It was probably trash as God knows what, but they were able to realize like I had passion behind it. So it started with that, and I'm very eccentric, so acting was a thing that I was into as well. I don't think I took it as serious as I did music, because music is my first calling, but like I said, my parents supported whatever I wanted to do, so it went from that to music. I did a little bit of modeling. That's a long story, as we talked about earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
That was something I accidentally stumbled upon, but I'm blessed. I had a wonderful upbringing, because whatever my parents saw that I had a passion for, they were willing to breathe life into me when it came to that. So I think thanks to them and my surroundings, I felt comfortable and I felt like I was able to do whatever I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I think that plays a lot into my confidence as well.
No, that's dope. And I think that that's dope for people to hear, especially if they're bringing up kids, to definitely like see what they're interested in and then to kind of help them foster that, their creativity. And then I think that kind of breeds like people like you that kind of get to do what you love. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes a little bit bigger. So early Minx, what would you say influence like the music that you were making, even like the shit that you said might not be as good, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like early music, like what influenced that? Like who were you listening to?
So my parents are older than most of my friends' parents. They're in their 70s and early 80s. So I grew up on funk.
For sure.
Luther, Aretha. I didn't even get into rap until college. Nothing personal. It was just I like blues. I like something that makes you feel or makes you think, And so that was the basics of what really started my artistry, because I started off singing, really and truly. So that's where my music initially derived from. However, I was talking to my wife about this the other day.
Yeah.
I picked up a really bad habit of smoking. I don't do that anymore. Kids, do not smoke. It's terrible. Don't smoke. But I thought in my mind that my vocals weren't what they should have been.
Like crisp?
They were crisp, but it was like an Anthony Hamilton. Like I became a little
raspy.
If I had nuts, they dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, seriously. So in my mind, I felt like because I was so used, like I said, I've been doing this since I was 11.
Yeah.
I'm so used to sounding a certain way. I'm not that 11-year-old girl anymore.
For sure.
So I don't know if that was just divine intervention where it was like, there's nothing wrong with you. It probably wasn't even to me smoking cigarettes. I just grew the fuck up.
Okay.
But in that moment, I couldn't tell the difference. So I was like, man, I can't sing no more. How am I going to do music? And my homeboy was like, girl, you tripping.
Yeah.
Spit that shit.
Nah, real
He
talk.
was like, you're great at writing.
Yeah.
Spit that shit. So that's what transitioned from being an artist that sings to an artist that raps. And then later on, I went back because singing is still my passion. I'm like, well, I can still sing. It's just in a different range.
For sure.
So now I do both. And that's kind of the backstory as to how that happened. I wasn't trying to.
Yeah.
But once I started rapping, I fell in love with it. And, the rest is history.
Okay. So as we dive into the music a little bit, Da Vinci, what you got for?
I was going to ask, do you have anybody like in your family that does entertainment? Or was it just something you naturally picked up, just something that you wanted to do?
So I have family members who are gifted musically. None of them ever really. Okay, so my real dad, because I got two. My stepdad, that's my father.
Okay,
that's
for sure.
the man that picked up the slack.
Yeah.
I still give credit to my real dad, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here.
Absolutely.
He had something going on back in the day, but he's Y'all, he's such a fucking liar. I don't even know if this shit is true. I'm just being real with you. I know if this shit is true, but I've had other people in the family kind of tell me, no, there's a few things he's talking about that might be legitimate. But I remember him telling me, because he was so fucking funny and he could sing too, that he had a few gigs with Steve Harvey back in the day.
Oh, wow.
Again, is that true? Nigga, I don't know. But he can sing. I have a few siblings that can sing. 2 of my brothers rap, so it's like that musical gene, if you will, has always been a part of my family, but no one in my family has actually made steps to be in the public eye or to take it serious.
Okay.
I'd probably be the first.
Okay, cool. Cool.
All right, so speaking about the public eye, just in us talking, you spoke on doing America's Next Top Model.
I did.
All right, so we're gonna step into that. So tell us about that experience. Like, what made you go and audition, or and things of that nature. Tell us about that.
So my sister, shout out to my sister Tara White, I love her. She had been auditioning for Top Model for probably at this time, I want to say 4 years straight. The year that I auditioned with her was the 4th year. And I think, if I recall correctly, that was going to be her last time doing it. At that point, she was like, if I don't make it, I'm done.
In Dallas?
In Dallas, yeah.
Okay.
And, for Top Model, you can do, I don't know how the private calls work, but I know there were some girls that get an invitation to say, hey, we want you to audition. We did a cattle call, which is where anybody can come and just show up and here I am to see if you want me.
Is that common in modeling? A cattle call?
A cattle call
I've never
is
heard
very
that.
common.
Okay.
It's very common. It's,
Okay.
it's where you see a post or you hear about it and you're like, fuck it. I'm like,
Got
like this event was invite
Okay,
only.
yeah, for sure.
But let's say you posted online where you was like, hey, anybody and everybody can come. A cattle call is very common.
Gotcha. Okay.
So she had asked me personally, like, hey, do you mind coming with me? And not that my sister doesn't have personality, but she's not as rambunctious as I am.
Okay.
And she felt that was something she was lacking. So she was like, with this being my last time, would you go with me? And I'm like, of course I'd go. Yeah. So I'm thinking I'm there just for emotional support.
For sure.
To hype her up. And how ironic. They were like, oh, we love you guys together. Let's take you both. And I was not prepared for that. So that's how we both got on the show. So I wasn't even trying to do it.
So when they got y'all on the show, was it like a sister dynamic, or did they split y'all up and try to push y'all as like individuals on the show?
Not at all. Especially with Top Model, they try to get an idea of what they can or cannot do with you, and not in a bad way, but that goes for any show. I'm pretty sure Love and Hip Hop's the same way.
Right.
Yeah. They figure out what dynamics are present and what we can do with that. There was friendly competition with my sister, but we both knew at the end of the day, I'm rooting for her.
Yeah.
I'm here for shits and giggles.
Gotcha.
Not
being,
yeah.
So it wasn't that serious.
I'm not going to lie to the mass. No, not at all. But if it's a blessing, if this is where God sees me that I should be, then what's going to happen is going to happen. But I'm here for shits and giggles. I'm the personality. She's the actual model. So it was surprising when she got cut, I want to say 2nd to 3rd in the show.
Okay.
And I made it to top 5.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's when I learned, okay, shows like this are all about ratings.
Yeah.
Which is nothing wrong with that. But they want something.
So y'all wanted, you kind of wanted
Yeah.
to feed into that moment.
And I fed into
the
it.
dynamic.
Y'all want a show? I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Okay.
And even though she got cut off, I mean, regardless if I took it serious or not, I'm still a representation of her. So I'm going to go as far as I can.
Okay.
I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her. I'm going to go as far as I can.
So did that open up doors for you as far as other opportunities after you did the modeling?
Nothing major, but it did. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm a stubborn old bat. I can't put forth any energy to something that my heart isn't in. And I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to Tyra, because Tyra handpicked me and my sister. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't want to bash anybody, but if I'm gonna put my all into something, I'd be damned if it's not what I want to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
So did I have opportunities? Absolutely. I declined them. I don't want to be known as the model. I want to be known as the artist who may happen to model.
Yeah.
So I'll
artistry
let that shit
first.
slide.
And then
Artistry
modeling.
first, because
Okay.
that's what I'm about.
So is there anything that Tyra told you that kind of stuck with you, like even to this day, or is there something that you learned from that experience that kind of that it sticks in the back of your head, even with you just doing music now?
What stuck with me with Top Model is it gave me a taste of the industry.
Okay.
Because I don't care if it's modeling, music, acting, fashion. When it comes to being in front of a camera, when it comes to finances, when it comes to putting on a show, it's the same fucking rules.
For sure.
And that's what it taught me. I was exposed to a lot. I was exposed to, when you're watching a show and it'll be the confession booth and it shows them the girls speaking about something, those questions they ask you.
Yeah.
So
okay.
you won't see me just bashing another girl just because I'm responding to what they ask me. So It just showed me that, and not saying that top model is manipulative, not at all. That's just Hollywood.
Right.
Yeah.
But it showed me that there's different narratives to things.
Gotcha.
And you always must carry yourself a certain way.
For sure.
It also exposed to me, what do you believe in and how far are you willing to go for things? So I felt like top model gave me an idea to what I may be exposed to if music really does take me as far as I'm hoping to go.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
So you was pursuing music at that time as well?
I was. And it's funny that you asked that because there was a point in time where when you do top model, people don't know, they take you through a psych evaluation to make sure that you can handle mentally
what you're going to go through.
and that speaks volumes.
Yeah.
I thought I was just modeling.
Right.
Like, what the fuck do I do? So again, it got me prepared. But during those evaluations, they get real deep with you. They ask you things. They're trying to learn you as a personality, which is understandable because who are we putting on our platform?
Right.
So they ask, what are your hobbies? What do you love? Music. And there would be quite a few times that in confessions they would always ask me, why don't you rap for us? I'm not here for that.
Yeah.
That was another thing that I learned.
Yeah.
Because if my focus at this time is this, I didn't want to be booted off because they thought that music was more important, which it was.
Right.
But I'm learning how to play my cards.
Right.
And if I'm trying to be here for longevity, I can't make it obvious that music is my thing. I fake it till you make it.
So even though that wasn't your first thing, you just kind of played the part.
You know
what I mean? Because that's what you
part.
were doing at the time, and you saw the potential in it. So why not take it as far
Why
as
not
I
take it as
can,
far
even
as
though
I
this
can?
might not be my first love.
And not to mention at that time, I was still learning my lane when it comes to artistry, my sound, if you will. I didn't know. I wasn't even going by Minx at the time.
Okay. What were you going by?
Miss Chris.
Okay.
And that's because my name was Kristen.
Okay.
And that was the given name that I would always get in the studio. When they would ask, well, what's your name? I'm like, Chris. I'm like, oh, okay, what's your stage name? I'm like, I don't have one. Okay, well, Miss Chris. And it just stuck.
Yeah.
So not only did I not have my identity, I didn't know what lane it was. And so I'm so glad I didn't try to push any music at that time because that shit was trash compared to where I'm at now. It wasn't, but I'm glad that now that I'm stepping out into the public eye, I'm solidified in who the fuck I am.
Yeah.
I have my name. I have my the roles that I play.
Yeah.
I have my own sound. And back then I didn't. So I think if I would have looked back on it now,
Yeah.
it would have been a little embarrassing for me.
So, and Da Vinci, I'm gonna let you ask one after this. I want to ask this one though. So your style and your music, I feel like it kind of goes hand in hand. I don't like comparisons, but if I were to like listen and think, I would say maybe like Erykah Badu-ish.
I get that a lot.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what do you hope for in terms of like your vibe, and how does like the fashion and all of that play a part into the music that you make?
I hope that everything that I do just correlates with each other. I feel like any artist, when it comes to them doing their artistry, the fashion, the way you look, your sound, everything should make sense. I know that sounds vague, but when you look at Erykah, the way she dresses, the way she talks, her music, that shit makes sense.
Yeah.
When you look at J. Cole, the way he dresses, the music he makes, that shit makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping for me that that's what I am putting out. I don't want to sound like anybody else.
Okay.
I don't want to be like anybody else. I'm hoping to for once be an artist that comes in that has my own lane, and that is a new lane. There's nothing wrong with artists that come in and they find lane to get in. Do you, sweetheart.
Right.
Whatever makes you happy, you
Right.
get paid off of your shit. I'm not here to talk bad about anything that you do, but for me, I want to be like a pioneer.
Yeah.
Because I don't know a lot of artists right now that really do both.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Chris Brown can rap and sing.
Right.
But he's a singer.
Right.
Yeah.
He's a singer. Can he rap? Absolutely. Does he have a rap album? No.
Right.
And no shade to Chris. I love you, honey. I'm just, just making a point. I want to build a new lane. I want to come into a pioneer that I'm doing something nobody else is doing, including with fashion. Even the photos that I had sent you for the shoot.
Yes.
I styled myself.
Oh,
I did my own makeup.
Yes.
I'm just trying to bring some type of originality because I feel like music, especially for rap, is lacking originality.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to do what sounds good. Hello.
My bad.
Everybody wants to do what sounds good. They want to try to find a lane, and I understand that because if you don't have your own, well, let me find, like I said earlier, a book on the shelf. Let me get in where I fit in. I don't want to do that. I want to come in with my own automatically.
Who is somebody that you think that you would like to work with in the future?
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat. Said that quick. Okay.
I love you, Doja.
Why would you
She's
want to
such a fucking weirdo in a good way. But to me, Doja is one of those people. She is in her own fucking lane.
Yeah.
From the way she dresses, her fashion, the shit that she be talking. There's been a lot of controversy with Doja. I get that. But we ain't even talking about her as a person. I'm talking about her as an artist mogul. I adore everything about that bald-headed bitch. I love her. I love her. So, I mean, there's other artists that I want to work with, but when it comes to, you see how quick I answered that? Man, I would adore to work with Doja. I think we would sound good together. I think we would complement each other. I don't want to work with anybody respectfully that I feel I would overshadow or would overshadow me.
For sure.
But I feel that us together, we would hang.
A good balance.
Yeah, call me Doja. I love you, girl. Call me.
Do you like more up-tempo or do you like more soul, classic, like R&B? What type of
Both.
Okay.
Because I do both. So when it comes to my singing, I'm trying to make a nigga cry.
Okay.
You know, in my eyes, when I do sing when I sing or do any R&B, it's not blues per se. But if I was to create a new genre of blues, that's what I would want to do.
Okay.
I want to make you feel something. I want to play a song and you're like, damn, I've been thinking about this shit for 3 days straight.
Yeah.
Like, damn, what that bitch been through. But when it comes to rap, I'm a whole nother person. So for rap, I want something more upbeat.
Up-tempo.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it's hard to answer that because I am both.
So
it depends on how I feel.
Do you focus more like on the message or do you just focus on making a good record overall, like a hit, or do you really just want to put time and thought?
I want to put time and thought because I feel like that's what makes classics. We all got songs that we can listen to right now. Yeah, like Carl Thomas or Jill Scott. There's songs that I don't give a fuck how old you are. My kids sing songs from 30 years ago because that's a classic.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel like that's going to get me the bang of my buck. It ain't got to be the hardest song out right now, but if it's going to last me 2 or 3 generations, it is the hardest song out.
Yes,
that's what I want.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
let me ask you this. Since we're talking about like the type of music that you make out of your catalog right now, what 3 songs would you recommend somebody that's just like tuning into you, that's just getting into your music? Like, what are your 3?
Mesmerize,
Okay.
which is a singing song. Bentley, rap song, the first one on my album, and my single,
Ooh, okay. So
ooh la la.
because like what is about? Like I'm intrigued now. So tell me a little bit about that song. What was your inspiration behind it, and what were the studio vibes?
So was actually produced by Super, who did Halle Berry.
Okay.
That's my nigga. I love Super.
Yeah. Shout out to Super.
So shout out to Super.
Yeah.
He made that beat, and I remember he was actually at my house. And we had a little contract. I paid for a couple of beats, and I love him. He always makes sure that I'm getting the bang of my buck. I'm not gonna just give you something. We gotta sit on it. I'll make some beats. You pick it to me what you want.
Nice.
And when I heard this, I was like, damn, this shit is so unorthodox. I don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
But I liked it, so I took it. The vibes in the studio was whatever I wanted it to be.
Nice.
And I love that about him.
Yeah,
He never tried to push me. He always gave me that freedom to be the artist that I wanted to be. And so, weirdly enough, if you ask me, that shit don't make no sense. It's just me talking my shit.
Yeah.
So even when the chorus comes, I didn't have a chorus for it originally.
Okay.
And I'm in the studio just bullshitting around, and he was like, "Come on, Minx, we got to put a chorus to it." I'm like, "I don't know what to do." Hit him with the, hit it with the, and it just stuck. He's like,
Yeah.
that's it right there. So
That's
is
crazy.
one of the songs I will say was just randomly thrown together.
Yeah.
Bentley was a song that I actually had an idea for. That one's me popping my shit. Like I tell my wife all the time, I would love to be a female artist that appeals to men.
Yeah.
Because men know rap, women know R&B.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
I had a focus with Bentley. I had no focus with
Yeah.
And Bentley and Mesmerize are my top 3 on my album.
Okay.
Okay. So you're doing a rap and R&B like mixture? Or you
For my
gonna
first
separate?
album, yes.
Okay.
But that's crazy. We talked about that in the last podcast. So for my next album, I have ideas. I want to do 2 separate albums.
Okay.
Because every time I do shows, it's like I have to pick.
Yeah.
And it depends on the crowd.
Yeah.
If there's a crowd
sure.
where it's a bunch of music lovers and they're all women and they want to be,
Entertained.
they want to be entertained
Yeah.
and wooed off their feet. I can't be rapping about slapping bitches. That's not gonna work.
Right.
That's not gonna work. So it's like I'm learning now that I have to pick, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So I want to bring back that concept of Outkast. They did the Speaker Box and Love Below where they have the dual album.
Wonderful CD.
And as I was telling you earlier when I answered, I forgot what question you had asked me, but saying that I want to come in with my own lane.
Yeah.
Who else is doing that currently?
For sure.
Nobody
sure.
has a dual album where they're doing both and it both sounds like that's a lane they should be in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I want. So if there's ever a concert I need to go to, okay, well, I'm going on tour for this, this CD. If you want to come, you can come. And I'm going to tour for this CD. If you want to come, you can come. But instead of me having to pick, I can pick both audiences.
That's tight.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's tight.
Okay. Go ahead.
Y'all stop. I mean, keep going.
I like that. That's cool. So, is there
Nope.
a certain genre that you would do if you didn't rap or do R&B? What would be another genre that you think that you could
Indie.
do?
Indie. If I could, I would get me a little guitar and.
I was gonna ask you if you play any instruments. So do you play any?
Nigga,
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
But if that's a category like you said,
Yeah.
like just if I can just pick, I would love to be able to play a guitar and sit on stage and do some acoustics and
That's tight.
hell yeah, some indie.
Yeah.
Because that's
Okay.
a lot of the music I listen to.
Yeah. Okay. So you're from Arlington.
I am.
Arlington native, to
Okay.
be exact. So tell me a little bit about like because for me, I feel like the Arlington music scene is kind of untapped. So for one, tell us a little bit about like how you feel about the Arlington music scene, and then also let the people know like maybe a few artists that they should tap into, check out. You know what I mean? Like who do you vibe with? Who do you work with?
So I'll start off. Shout out to Joy McCoy. Joy McCoy is one of my very closest friends, and not even just because we've made music together, but her being a dear friend to me. She believes in what I do, and we used to get together at her house, and I mean for hours we would just sit up and what ideas you got? Oh, Minx, man, that shit sounds good. Like, so she played a really big part into me honing into my lane. So definitely check out Joy McCoy. I believe her new album actually just dropped, Born Under a Full Moon.
Yeah.
But I think she changed it to something about the way. I'm sorry, Joe, I don't remember. But tune in and Joy McCoy.
Hey, shout out to her. Tap in.
Shout out.
I would also say Super. He's really popping. I don't think he's from Arlington, but I know he has a lot of love out there too.
Yeah.
How do I feel about the music scene in Arlington? I'll be very frank with you. I think it's non-existent. I know there are people there that do music, but again, you have people that don't pick their lane. There's a lot of people from Arlington I've heard that try to sound like niggas from Dallas.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't mean that they're trash.
Yeah.
But you're not making your own lane. Dallas has its own sound.
Yeah.
Fort Worth has its own sound.
Yeah, it do.
Arlington is a hit or miss. You're going to find niggas that sound like one or the other, but it's very few that have their own sound.
Right.
So I think it's there, but I couldn't really tell you.
Do you think Arlington has ever had its own identity, like sound wise or like musically, like fun?
I do back in the 2000s. I think so. But I think the 2000s was a
Okay.
different sound. You know
With
what
who?
I'm saying?
With who? Just to get the audience acclimated
man.
with Arlington artists,
I'm
because
not even going to lie to you, but I will say this. For those who are from Arlington, remember
Yeah.
we used to go to the stadium and we used to skate at the stadium and people would be up there passing out their CDs?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There was a time period where the songs we were all hearing, it was different. But I couldn't even tell you who these niggas were at this point. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm older now, so I don't remember. But
Okay.
that sound, I feel like it faded out where now everybody's trying to jump on a bandwagon to sound like whatever's popping.
right.
So I hate that I can't shout nobody out because I don't remember. I was like 18,
Yeah.
19.
It happened.
You know, I was a baby.
Dimitri, go ahead.
So did y'all have like a scene in Arlington, like somewhere where people do performances or go to do shows, or just a main hub to where creators can come and create?
If so, I know nothing about it.
Okay.
My upbringing was very wonderful, but my parents are strict.
Okay.
You be in this house by 10.
Yeah.
So I don't really know what that scene was. Not to mention, I was going through this phase where it was like, okay, college, work. Like I'm now
Yeah.
an adult and I'm trying to figure out how am I gonna pay my own bills. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So by the time I got back into music and I was actually taking it serious, I was well past what was going on in Arlington.
Yeah.
So where have you been, or where do you go to build your stage presence and stuff like
Dallas.
that? Okay.
I get a lot of love in Dallas.
So
I
who do
definitely
you fuck with in Dallas? Dallas has a pretty vibrant scene. There's a lot of artists. You
And
feel what
so,
I'm saying?
not an artist in particular, just
Okay.
venues, just
Okay.
places that I go. It's like I can book a venue in Arlington, but I don't really think anybody's gonna show up for me.
Well-
but if I go to Dallas, people
Yeah.
show up.
So
You know, so
what's your
that's why I
most
get my
memorable
following.
performance?
My
I'm trying to pull something specific out of you. So
personally.
I'm going there.
Oh yeah, shout out to Audio. I love Audio.
Okay.
That's my nigga. But we just met him, so I'm just trying to think about something. Yeah. Anywho, I think my favorite performance is what I did for babe. What's the name of that? competition we did, spitting bars.
Okay.
I did spitting bars. I did them once before in California and San Diego, and I won second place there. And I did it again here in Texas, and that was probably April, May. We remember around May.
Okay.
And it was a decent turnout because I've been doing this for a while, but I'm at the point where I'm taking it serious.
Okay.
So having people show up, doing shows, learning how I want to move on stage, having my stage presence learned, that was awesome. I was up there doing my thing, and I was getting so much love. I probably got the most following from that show.
Yeah.
You know, people walking up to me afterwards like, man, you the shit. Like, let's link. So I don't think the performance itself is what I remember, but it was the turnout, how I was treated afterwards is what I remember.
Yeah, like the crowd interaction, the way that the friends.
It was everything.
They was fucking with you.
It was fucking with me.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your style of recording? Like, how do you, when you get in the studio, what is like, how do you tune in into the session?
So I never go into the studio going off the dome. That's some people's thoughts. That's fine. Not my thing. When I go into the studio, whatever I'm doing, I've been rehearsing for weeks on end. So when I go in there, they used to call me one take shouty. Because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in there, I'm going to do one take, and that's that.
That's preparation.
I'm prepared.
Yeah.
So I spend the majority of my time in the studio trying to make sure that what I've been thinking the whole time, I'm actually bringing out into the mic. So what about these harmonies, these vocals? I'm going to come out and I'm going to listen. I'm going to go back and I'm like, you know what, DJs, scratch that beat. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to beat this hole on my chest and listen. Let's start from scratch.
Yeah.
So I always come in ready with something. But I think what helps me tap in is I get excited for the studio. That's when I'm able to bring to life what I've been conjuring for weeks at a time. So It's not like I have to do anything.
Okay.
The moment I step in there,
you ready?
pour me up, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Ready.
I'm ready, yes, sir.
So you're a writer.
I'm a writer.
Okay, cool.
I'm a writer, absolutely. Can I freestyle? I can, but I'm gonna be honest with
Oh,
you.
I thought you was offering. That's what I was about to say.
She
You
about
sure
to
the
say,
fuck
mic
can.
check 1 2.
I was gonna say the thing is,
Go ahead.
Wait a
for
minute.
the longest, I didn't think I was good at it because I never started out rapping.
Yeah.
I started off writing. I'm a
Okay.
singer, so it was like I had to gain that confidence, that comfortability, because sometimes when I do it, I find myself, I'm thinking too much.
Yeah.
And it's like the moment I finally tap in and just be like, girl, just say whatever
Zone
the
out.
fuck. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes that takes me time to do.
Okay.
Because I'm still new to rap.
Yeah.
But can I do it? I can.
Yeah.
Stop
Okay.
looking at me like that. I feel like she about to put me on the spot.
I'm
She
not.
was.
I'm trying to.
When you said freestyle, she got ready.
Listen.
Oh, you Aggie?
Put me way out course. Now I'm like, not even that. She
Drop
kinda,
that beat.
She kind of
Sir
moved
Charles.
like she was feeling.
I kind of did too. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh,
I know. I
shit.
saw your face.
about to go down?
Listen,
My bad.
no,
I did, but you know, I was like, it's about to go down.
About to sip on that right there.
listen. But now we do got the one mic coming up. So if you're in the building, definitely stay tuned because we do got I guess a bit of a surprise because I don't know which way you're going. I don't know if you're gonna kick it to us or if you're gonna do a little bit of both. You know what I'm saying? Which one is it gonna be? You think you're gonna rap?
I'm
You think
gonna kick something to you.
Okay, so
kick
it's gonna be more rap.
Absolutely.
Okay, so when your fans listen, which one do you think they gravitate to more? Is there a song that you find that people resonate with more?
Yeah, Mesmerize.
Okay.
Which is crazy.
And why? I was gonna say, why do you think that's the go-to?
I think because it's so heartfelt. In any song that I sing,
Okay.
and it was kind of what you were asking earlier. I forgot what question, but I hope I know what I'm talking about. That's a song that I wrote with reason. A lot of my rap songs, I'm just kicking some shits with you. You know what I'm saying? I like to talk shit.
All right.
But if I'm singing, there is a purpose.
Okay.
9 times out of 10, either I've been through it or you, my best friend, you told me about it, and I'm gonna be your voice for you.
And that's what I was gonna
But
ask.
everything that I spit always means something, and I think Mesmerize people can gravitate to because it's so personable. It's a lot of, like, you know, my wife told me all the time, like, girl, there's people that have been through this. Like,
Yeah.
And so for me, because I am no longer there, it doesn't hit me.
Yeah.
The
So
way
it's
that it hits
easier
other
for you to
people.
deliver.
So I'm just singing and going about my business, and I'm like, oh, it's just another song, but people hear it for the first time. Like, I got a homegirl, she's a girl, I can't listen to that song.
It makes sure
it brings me to tears.
Yeah.
You know, so I think from what I've experienced, I think that's people's probably their favorite.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, God damn, like, I got some bars, y'all. Go listen to that instead. But at the end of the day, I'm an artist, and my job is to give people something that makes them feel. So I hope I'm doing right.
Okay.
I've seen, like, in the past that the song that you think is gonna be a hit or the one you think people gonna like,
Bro.
that is not the one.
That's what my wife tells me all the time.
That's why I feel like you got to put out as much music and just let the fans choose what they're attracted to.
Especially because I'm on both spectrums.
And that's why I feel like that's a good thing, because you're giving them options.
Give them options.
A lot of people just stay in one lane, but you're going, hey, I got this, I got this. You're going to love something from each.
You're going to pick.
Yeah. And I feel like that's a good ideal, in that if you continue to do it like that, you in your own lane, just like you said. You're going to be in your own lane, because people not doing that now.
Come on, confirmation.
You're going to be in your own lane.
Come on, confirmation.
Don't worry about it. You're going to hold it down.
Let me find out you got the code. Let me find out you got the code.
Da Vinci Code coming soon. Nah, I'm just playing. But like, for real, I like that you're an artist that appreciate the craft of giving the people options in what they want, because it's so one-sided now. And like you say, people don't give you the old school Outkast, Love Below. Like, that's a classic CD. So for you to even bring that up, that let me know that you got your music.
I'm only as big as the support I have.
Yeah.
Because I think I can be great all day. Y'all can think that I'm great, but if I don't have anybody out there that's buying my shit, if I don't have anybody out there that agrees with that, I'm nothing.
Yeah.
It's so to speak, because I believe I'm always somebody.
Right.
But when it comes to my artistry, I
that kind of validates you.
That validates. I have to make sure I'm giving them what they want, because they're the ones that's going to help me get to where I need to be.
Yeah.
So if they're not enjoying it, I'm not doing my job.
Yeah.
Just like an actor. If you're going to act, you need to give a powerful performance that people can relate to. Otherwise, you're trash.
Yeah.
They're not going to watch you.
Yeah.
So let's switch gears. So we spoke about music for a while. I do want to get into something else, but you just mentioned movies, so let's go ahead and tackle that. So I know you said that pretty young here, instead of like just even starting with the modeling, you started with an agency.
I did.
So tell us about the agency and tell us about that experience. And I'm asking personally because I know a lot of actors. I know a lot of them from the DFW and surrounding areas are going to be watching this. So tell them about that experience, because a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah. So I'm very look, can't even talk. I'm very animated.
Okay.
Especially as a child. I was all over the place.
Yeah.
And it was entertaining. And so my parents were like, you want to try acting? And I'm like, yeah, let's see where it goes. And luckily for me, it I don't want to say took off, but it definitely opened up opportunities. It definitely gave me options for me to kind of see what I wanted to do with that avenue. So I was signed to an agency called Campbell Agency. It's off of Lemons Avenue downtown. And I had a wonderful experience. I did a few, I don't want to say few. I want to say one that I can recall, because I was in high school when I did it. But it was one Six Flags commercial that I did. I don't even think they kept me in it.
Yeah.
Because, after a while, they'll go through footage and pick what they want. I did a Nike commercial. I know they didn't keep me in that one.
Okay.
They said I was giving too model.
Okay.
They wanted something that was more sporty. And
Yeah.
I'm over here serving face. And they was like, nah, that's not working. But I got opportunities with that. I did a few online, I forgot what they were called, like educational things, but being behind the scenes and reading a script and memorizing that script and having I enjoyed it very much.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if my contract was only for X amount of years, and I want to say after that I went to college. I forgot what stopped that. But the introduction was really done by my parents. I had a wonderful time. It was a great experience, but somewhere along the lines, I just realized, I don't want to do this no more. I want to do music. I'm open to it, but like I said in the beginning, if I'm going to put behind everything I have, it needs to be behind something that I'm going to take serious.
So so in other words, like, you'll be comfortable, like, I guess, blowing up off of music first and then branching out?
That's what I want.
Okay.
That's what I want. And I'm not, if somebody's saying, hey, $50, I'm gonna get up and do it.
Okay.
But you don't have to bait me with money when it comes to music.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do that. Okay. That's where I want to be. You know.
But you would consider
acting. I paid you to be here. You ain't got to pay me.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to be here. So I just felt why go against that, and I haven't worried about anything else other than this. Anything else that comes is a side hustle. I'm cool.
Yeah.
But if it ain't this first, you can talk to me later about it.
Okay.
What kind of role would you play? Like, what would be your ideal role in a movie?
I want to be the goofy homegirl.
Okay.
I don't care to be the lead.
Yeah.
I'm 6 foot. I don't even fit the stature of leads. Most people in Hollywood are short.
Right.
They are.
And I'm cool with that. But I'm okay with being the homegirl or the random person that pops up and they leave an impression like Ezell from Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not saying I don't want to play that role, but even though his role wasn't big, it was so profound.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind just being that one random part.
Okay.
That people tend to replay, because I'm a fucking nut, man. I'm goofy as hell. So that's what I would want to do. I don't care for anything serious.
You would like the comedy
part. I like comedy, yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Giggle, giggle, chuckle, chuckle.
So directors, if you're tapped in, make sure you check out Minx. You feel what I'm saying? Not only does she do music, she also models and she also does movies. So yeah, make sure y'all tap in.
Triple threat.
Right.
Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
So one of the last things I want to cover before we get to the one mic, because I'm definitely like, now I'm excited because I thought we was going to do the freestyle, but that's okay. So
the pressure. Oh my God.
One of the things that I wanted to tap into is the anime and the painting, because I feel like those are two parts of your personality that maybe people might not get to see as much since your main focus is the music. So tell us a little bit about the anime, because I know that's real popular and I know people want to hear about that. So where did your love for anime start? Also your name, because I feel like that's another part of you. And then we'll get to the painting. So tell us.
So when you say my name to my real name?
No, Minx.
Oh, hey, Minx. Hello. So my name is Minx and I love anime.
Sounds like speaking.
I have been watching anime since I was a little girl. I mean, I was watching it when it was taboo. Not for me. I never gave it.
What did you watch though? Like Naruto? I don't fucking know the name.
Naruto.
I'm sorry. Did I say it wrong? I said it wrong.
I knock everything off this
God.
table.
Look, no fucked up the table, everything. My bad.
Naruto.
Sorry for the treat.
Whoa. I clenched my ass when you said that. I said, what the fuck?
Naruto.
We gonna take that part.
Whoa.
Nigga, that's what I said. Whoa.
Whoa. How dare you?
My first actual anime was Pokemon. Because I was like, nah.
Gotta catch
but
them all.
I
For sure.
Hello.
For sure.
I want to be the very best. But I didn't know that was an actual anime. I'm a kid just thinking it's a cartoon. Anime technically is a cartoon. It's just a Japanese style. That's all.
Right.
And so my first time getting put onto what I knew was classified as anime is one of my favorite shows, Inuyasha.
Okay.
Love it. I actually own all 6 seasons. And I had a homegirl, Nancy Stello, I think is your last name. It's been a while. Shout out to you. I will never forget, I was in 6th grade at Brandenburg in Duncanville.
Okay.
And we used to sit, I think she sat behind me or next to me, and she was sitting here drawing wonderful artists. She was drawing these people with little cat ears and tails. And I was like, this is cute. What is this? She's like, oh, well, I got the concept from this show called Inuyasha. It's an anime. You should check it out. I really think you'd like it. I'm like, okay. Checked it out. Fell in love, and I have been a part of the otaku ever since. And if you don't know what that is, otaku is the Japanese name for like anime nerd, if you will.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And even though they say it's for kids, there's a lot of adult content. For example, Inuyasha, it's gonna sound weird. He's a half demon, right? He's not human, and he's not of this world. He's a good guy, but they refer to anything not human as demon. It doesn't mean it's a bad thing.
Okay.
And the girl that he fell in love with, her name was Kagome, and she was like, Inuyasha, you need to be more open. He said, nope, I can't because I don't have a place. The demons don't like me. The humans don't like me. But I learned that I have a place of my own. I'm the only one in it.
Yeah.
So it was just like small things like that I'm like, damn, I can really relate to that. Like, damn,
I was about to say, because that's like you. Like, you don't really do rap. You don't really do R&B. You just kind of that person that's in the middle. Okay,
so for
that's
me,
fine.
I like anime because it gives me that feel good. And it does give me this childish, like, love because it does remind me of my childhood. So it may seem childish, but I don't give a fuck.
But it's something that also you were able to grow with, you know what I mean? And so,
absolutely.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope, even from like a nostalgic sense, because I'm an 80s baby, so my memories are like a little bit different. I might like Doug or Daria or some shit like that.
Showing your age.
Little do you know what I'm saying? But she has a community. There's people that grew up in the same realm. They know the shows. Like, and that's how I feel with anime. I have my own community. I could sit here and talk for hours with somebody that, you remember this show? I'm like, God damn, I do remember that.
Yeah.
And then we talk about how old we were and what we were going through and why we liked it so much. So, yeah, I'm a fucking nerd.
Ooh-wee, Sauce Walker, make sure you hit up. You feel what I'm saying? As you fuck with anime, I know you fuck with anime, brother.
Oh, Meg, too. Miss Stallion.
I was going to ask you that, because, okay. What Tashi, what style? Okay. The good shit, okay.
Kita. Absolutely, I love it.
I'm still tripping over that name she said. What was it again?
No, we're not.
We ain't going to go back there, but I was just saying.
Run
that shit back. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie. Matano. What up?
Sir Charles, are we taking? Oh my God. Listen, I don't want to keep you here all night because you're a conversationalist. You know what I'm saying? We trying to do the damn thing, so we'll sit in here and we'll fucking talk all night. But definitely good politicking. Is there anything? Well, first let's do. Are there any special shout outs? And then is there anything that you want to leave the people with before we get out of here?
Absolutely. I'm going to leave the people with be you. do you. Whatever it is that you do, people gonna hate. They gonna talk. They gonna talk when you do right. They gonna talk when you do wrong. Who cares? But don't be your worst enemy, and don't block you from being who you want to be and where you're supposed to be. Don't be your worst enemy. That's all I'm gonna say. I wish I would have took that advice when I was younger instead of starting now. I do believe in divine timing, and I do think that now is my time. But it could have been my time a long time ago if I believed that, and I didn't. So, do you? You know, that's it. And
Preach.
shout out to my lovely wife, Q, over here, who also happens
Q,
to be
Shout out.
my manager.
Building.
Can I
Let's
get
go.
there?
Manager, make sure
That's my manager. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for her.
Absolutely.
She believes in me. She probably takes us more serious than I do, and she's always threatening to kick my ass, and sometimes it should be kicked. And the last thing I'm going to say is I will be performing for Loud Fest 2025.
Well, we're going to be doing
November 3rd.
media in Loud Fest, so make sure you stop by our booth.
Yes.
Listen, Minx at Loud Fest, Under Raps Magazine at Loud Fest. We're going to have the clip this. Shout out to Derek.
Absolutely. And I said that was my last, but I lied. One more, niggas.
Yeah.
My tag, you follow me on Instagram, FT_MINX. Every other platform, TikTok, Facebook is FT.MINX. So follow me. I'll follow you back and we'll go from there.
Nah, for sure. Under Raps Magazine, Under Raps Uncut, Classic Jones, D Da Vinci in the building, and we got none under the whoa. We got none other than Minx in the motherfucking bed. I've been fucking up all night. I done said in the road to
Put the cup down.
It's Under Raps Magazine. It's Minx and D Da Vinci in this motherfucker. We have
Getting
to
in
do.
her system. It's been sitting on this table.
I've been sipping this motherfucker. The cup
She
is
been over here looking and doing this.
Listen, it's one mic time. Let's get it. Can I
One
get
mic time. Yeah.
I'm ready.
Have a good one.
I'm ready.